Welcome to our Think Different podcast. It's Will and TLD, the best person in the world for your wedding videos. WV Productions, of course, is the place you need to go. I don't care if it's in New Jersey, Orlando, Russia. I will go and and record your wedding. But I'm also here with the man that has been by my side for so long. Since I started working at Apple, basically, he is the Apple creative, retired book publisher, soccer mom recorder, Jurassic Park owner, black coffee drinker, juror number 12, the retired home president, the Keto Trout drummer, Mr. Frank Fuck is here.
Hey, here I am. I want to start this video off with a quote from Keith Richards. It's good to be here. Well, in fact, it's good to be anywhere.
All right. Well, I guess it's a way to live. I guess that's one way to look at it. Absolutely. I wasn't so much a Rolling Stones guy, but, I know you are.
I've been getting back into them more and more as time goes on. I don't know why. Well, they're celebrating 60 years, 1962 to 2022. 60 years for...
who's not celebrating 60 years? Are not sponsored. Zevia is definitely not. I can tell you that.
All right. Let's get into this. You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
So you're going to go first. So we're doing this video or this section of the videos, top 5 of the best. We're going to have a separate video for the worst. Frank's going to go through his list of what we have, and then I'll go through mine. We're definitely going to have some overlap of what we like. Personally, what I did, just to kind of tell you, the stuff on my list is stuff I actually bought or I have. That's what I put on my very, very top because I figured
why would you buy a bad product, right?
Right, exactly. So, or if you bought a bad product, you put it on the worst. But all right, Frank. So, what do you got for your top 5?
Okay, I'm going to start from 5. Number 5 is the M2 MacBook Air. It's getting very good reviews. I didn't buy one, but
you didn't buy one.
I did not. That's my 5th. My 4th is the iPhone 14 Pro. I did buy one, and I'm loving it. I think it's really good. Well,
what's good about it? I mean, what was it about that compared to your 12? Because that's what you had before.
Yeah, I had the 12. The videos are outstanding. The photos are, every year when they come out with a new phone, they say, they made improvements to the camera. And it's like, well, how much better can they make it? But let me tell you, man, I'm loving the 14 camera. And a lot of the other apps, everything works very seamlessly. I don't have any issues with it. So I'm real happy with it. So that's that. Number 4, was the 14, the iPhone 14. 3 is the Apple Watch Ultra. Now, I did not buy this, but I've played with it a couple of times, and I really like this watch. It's bigger in size. It has a lot of interesting features if you're a camper or a hiker, stuff like that. It has the satellite recovery. I don't know if I call it recovery, but if you're outside of GPS range and you're lost, you can send a signal from the satellite for a rescue. Really interesting features they're building into this, and more medical stuff. So I really like that. The AirPods Pro 2nd generation. Now I don't have these, but they're getting rave reviews. So I felt I need to put them there. Now my number 1 is a purchase of mine. It's the Mac Studio, and it's fast response. I don't have any issues with it. It's really a dream. Now the only downside to this, for me anyway, was the fact that I really wanted the Apple monitor, but that's an additional $1,500. And if you wanted the height adjustment, that's another $400.
So that's not the studio itself, though. That's a separate product.
Yeah.
It's just that they expect you to buy the studio with the Mac Mini as like the ultimate setup.
Right. So,
which you don't need, by the way. You can buy a $200 TV and call it a day.
Well, listen, I bought a BenQ 32-inch monitor for like $300, and it's really nice. In fact, there are times when I think it's too big. But anyway,
right.
So the Mac Studio was my number one. I really
And
like it
what's
a
your
lot.
experience been on it, like as far as using the studio? Because I'm not a studio owner, but I'd love to hear what specs did you get?
I got the base model because I felt I could get an external drive of 2 terabytes or higher for almost less than what Apple wanted to go to a 1 terabyte. So I got the base model with 32 gig RAM, and I have a 2 terabyte external drive that I store stuff on, and the response time is phenomenal. I'm starting to do more recording with Logic. I'm learning Logic, trying to learn Logic, and it's been really nice, really nice. So I'm quite happy with it.
Awesome. Yeah, so I'm going to go down my list of the top 5. Some of these you've already mentioned, and I actually threw a couple little things in there that are not probably going to be uncommon on some people's list. But the Apple Watch Ultra for me was my number 5, and that's because I would want to buy that product so bad, but I have to justify $800 being worth it. Plus, I got to pay for a cellular plan, which right now I have an Apple Watch Series 4, and I don't have that, and I don't know if I necessarily need it.
You don't need to connect it to the cellular plan. You know that.
Well, you have to pay for one. Yes, you do. So, yes, you do. So it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to pay $10 a month extra for it. Not yet, anyway. But I love the idea of that watch. I think there's no reason to buy. Like, I can understand you buying the Apple Watch Series 8 as if you just want to have it, but for $300 more,
I would
why
agree.
would you not do that? I mean, especially the stainless steel. That's completely pointless to me. I don't know why anybody would buy a Series 8 stainless steel if it's like $100 more to get the Ultra. It makes no sense to me.
Absolutely.
At all.
I agree.
So my 4th one, and this was a great thing. Apple raised the employees' rates. Everyone got a raise this year. And a special starts at $22 an hour.
Oh man, I'll tell you, that almost makes me want to go back. I was in the store a while ago, and I was talking to one of the managers, and he said, "Hey, man, you want to come back? Come on back. We'll sign you up." I'm like, and unfortunately, my wife was there, and she's like, "Yeah, go back," because she doesn't like me hanging around the house, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty enticing. I mean, I tell all my nieces and nephews and things that going to school, I said, go try to get a job at Apple, man. At that kind of money, you can't beat it.
No. And I thought it was great that everyone got a raise, at least 10%. And from what I know, I mean, some of the employees make more than me. And as far as my main job, and it would have been a nice bump if I was still there. I mean, right now, Genius is probably making at least like 30 an hour, probably. It's like and then on top of it, they help them get a weekend off at least once a month. They get like a weekend off. They have a lot more part-timers now. So I think Apple really helped the retail side regarding the employees. So I really thought that was great.
I mean, there are a lot of pluses. Are there minuses? Yeah. But no matter where you go, there's going to be minuses. I don't care what job you have, what organization you're in, there are going to be minuses. So you got to weigh that out.
Yep. And then then going to my number 3 was iOS 16. I felt there were so many features added to iOS 16 that were so practical and so easy to use that really just made the phone much better. For example, the number one thing, the lock screen. I love having the lock screen with all that stuff on it. It just makes it so easy to, do things on the phone now, quickly look at quick things. It just makes it so easy for me to do a lot of stuff. It's only getting better.
Yeah, one of the new features that in 16.2 is, I don't know if you've seen it, where you can press on a picture.
That's been around since that's iOS 16. That's been there since the start.
And it'll cut out.
Yep. It works very well.
It does. It's really nice. I like that.
That
cool.
feature I love a lot. You can now undo text and undo send mail messages. So there's a lot of practical things they added in here that's very valuable to use that I really love about iOS 16. So I give iOS 16 a really nice and hasn't been buggy. So I've been very impressed with it. Number 2 was what you already mentioned, the Mac Studio. I thought the design of that is incredible. And honestly, people are waiting for a Mac Pro. But this is
iMac Pro, you mean?
Yeah, no, a Mac Pro.
Oh, okay.
It's the only one that hasn't been transitioned yet. But the Mac Studio is apparently, from everything I read, performs so well with that Ultra that it beats out a Mac Pro that's available now. So why would you buy that other than customizing it? So I think the Mac Studio is a home run for them. And, Apple's listening to their audience, giving them what they want. And now I have to go with my number 1. And I combined 2 things, which may be unfair, but that's because I bought these 2 things, or I got these 2 things. My iPad Air 2 with the M1 chip in it. Love that iPad. So fast. I bought it with a keyboard and mouse. It changes the whole game when you buy keyboard and mouse. Yeah. Having that. And
you have the pencil with it?
No, I don't need the pencil. I don't need that shit. And then AirPods Pro 2, which I just got for Christmas. Listen, you can hear things like, how you sound with the other AirPods Pro, you sound very muffled when you're talking to people when you don't have the canceling on. It doesn't sound like that with this one. The sound is great. The noise cancellation is a hell of a lot better. The case has the sound now. You can locate the case now very easily with the sound feature. Now you can locate each individual AirPod. Really, really good product. It's definitely was worth upgrading from the other one.
So what's the price tag on those now?
Well, they're $249 like they were with the previous ones, but I know my wife bought them at a discount when she got them. So they were available for Black Friday.
But I got to take this. You can hold it. Hello? Hello?
Hey, Papa.
Yeah, what's up?
Can you pick me up from Brothers Pizza?
When?
If you could now, that'd be nice, because I just brought my car in for an oil change.
Well, you have to give me about 15, 20 minutes.
All right, that works.
All right, I'll see you there. On 33?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, good.
All right, bye.
Bye.
I just got to pick my grandson up. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so where were we?
I'll figure out how to cut that out. I'll just end it. I'll just stop with the AirPods Pro. So the AirPods Pro 2 is, for me, like a home run. I've only had it for a couple of days, so I've not had the full experience, but I can already tell the difference in the quality of these. And I'm enjoying them very much. So that's our top 5 for Apple in 2022. But don't worry, we have another video coming up because we have to talk about the worst of Apple in 2022. Coming up in our next episode. We thank you all, and I love every single one of you.